Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Sarah Bantine here with Ted Ings. We are at Niello Porsche in Sacramento, part of the Niello company. Ted, this is going to be an incredible panel talking about parks today.
Sarah, it is. And I've also heard that 2025 is the year of the arts department. So looking forward to speaking to the folks who are up here on the panel. Let me start over here with Sean, if you would. Tell everybody your name and what you do here at Niello, how long you've been with the company. Just be very brief. We'll go over it down the line.
My name is Sean Ramirez. I've been with the company for 18 years. I'm a wholesale parts dispatcher. Get the drivers out, get the parts delivered.
And I'm John Centers with Niello BMW Mini of Sacramento. I've been with the company for 8 years now.
My name's Chuck Toll. I'm the parts manager at the Acura store, the Rosedale Auto Mall. Last week, I hit 35 years with Niello Company.
Congratulations, Gal.
I'm Mike Rich, VP of e-commerce at RevolutionParts.
Lupe Garcia, parts manager at Land Rover Rockland, and been with the company 3.5 years.
Lupe, I'll start with you first. And we're talking about some of the wholesale opportunities today. Tell us your wholesale purchase strategy at the Niello company.
For us, it's quality. Quality of looking up for parts. Also the quality of our drivers, which Sean will talk about later. It's being able to get the correct part right the first time to our client. Same thing that we do at the back counter.
Chuck, how do you see the wholesale part strategy here at the Niello company?
Well, the Niello company's got such a great reputation when it comes to your retail customers. And, you think of your wholesale customers, same type of way. It's all about, doing everything you can to make sure they have good experience buying their parts. If there's a problem with something, you go the extra mile, you make sure you take care of it, and they'll continue to come back to you, just like the folks that come see you face to face.
Perfect. John and Sean, what other points would you like to add?
One of the focus of the Niello company is we actually use a shared driver system. So basically, we have drivers at each store. We'll meet at a centralized dispatching hub to dispatch out. So we leverage the amount of stores that we do have. So we use that to lower expense, to also provide a better service to our customers. We service pretty much all of Northern California and also some of Nevada. So we have a huge area that we do every day. And due to Sean's leadership with our queue.
We just want to expand our area and keep giving great service. We check our parts before we send them out, make sure our customers are getting good parts without dents and everything is delivered in a timely manner.
Well, gentlemen, I have heard that parts sells hours. And I know it's a big focus here at the Niello company. Also, your organization, you're not afraid to do new things, okay? We'll see some of those things this week here on the pop-up. I see what you're doing already on the back counter, and you're totally changing what the back counter looks like and wheeling it into the shop. Really amazing to see. Mike Rich, I want to come to you. You've come in from out of town at Revolution Parts. You work with the Niello company. Talk about e-commerce a little bit. Mike, what revenue opportunities do dealers like Niello experience from participating in online part sales?
Yeah, great question, Ted. So wholesale is really a lot about driving volume, and these guys talked about expanding. So e-commerce really allows you to expand outside of your local region and grab a national share of that parts market and just bring more gross volume into the dealership from a wholesale perspective.
And Mike, speaking of that, like you said, not just locally or regionally, now Niello is open 24/7, not just nationwide, but worldwide, and can sell those parts and accessories online.
If you can sell everything online 24/7. And the great thing about the B2B side too is a lot of shops are busy working in normal hours and are trying to source parts when the dealership closes. So that gives the B2B buyer the opportunity to search for parts outside of normal business hours.
Sarah, I've seen a chart recently from Revolution Parts that online parts revenue as market share is going to continue to grow, and the dollar amounts are in the billions of dollars, if you want to speak to that.
Yes, and Mike, this was such an incredible graph just to see. 25 million is about what it is in 2024 in online parts sales, or 25 billion in online part sales. And it's projected to get up to like 36 billion in the next 5 years. Is that right, Mike?
Yep, it is. It's growing at a great rate. So the overall online parts market is growing at a rate of about 5% a year.
What we're seeing though on the OEM side though is the OEM market is actually growing at about 10% because OEMs are being much more aggressive in going into the market and taking market share away from aftermarket competitors. So great opportunity. So it's growing, and then OEMs eating away at a faster pace than the aftermarket's growing at the same time.
And my one last question on that e-commerce. For retailers like Niello, they have the factory authorized parts, which are what are being sold online. And that's a big differentiator for a company to get involved with e-commerce, I think.
It is. It's a big like point of value to have, that fitment and the manufacturer warranty and then the Nello name behind those parts as well. So it just puts you at an advantage over, some of these kind of I won't say fly by night, but I guess I'll just say fly by night shops that spends online will pop up and sell parts and you don't have that trust and that name behind it.
So, Sean, if I can ask you, for a question we have here, how does, for example, what you're doing with wholesale parts, how does that contribute to the dealership's long-term growth? I'm going to ask everybody on the panel.
We help a lot out with, as Larry was saying earlier, with fixed services. When service needs parts, we're able to pick up parts and get it to our service department to get the cars off the rack and stuff like that.
And John, your dealership, your organization is really focused on parts sales, which parts doesn't get a lot of love in the industry. Let's face it.
Which is true, but it's okay. We're on the back end, and we kind of like that sometimes with the parts guys. We like to hide in our little hole there, but honestly, it really for us, it's the volume game, right? We want to make sure that we hit our targets from our manufacturers to get a little back end money. So it's a big push for us to make sure that we do hit those targets. But really, it's about embracing change, right? Trying to do the e-commerce stuff. People do not come to the retail counter like they did in the past. So people really shop online, and we need to be with that technology to move forward.
Yeah, I think especially with Revolution Parts, getting into it as a group, we're going to have a much bigger opportunity to quickly start getting up that search ladder and create a presence to where, we're going to be up there when you go looking for your alternator for your car. So hopefully it's something where we can gain some good sales.
We talked to the techs about how being a technician has evolved over the years, the role of the technician. I see now the role of the parts department like evolving because people are now going online and looking online. That's the first place they look.
Yeah, that is where most people start their journey, regardless of where they buy a part, is online. I think the last stat I saw is over 80% of people start that journey online. So if you're not online, you're not at the beginning of that journey, and you're losing out on a lot of potential business that may actually end up coming to a store to buy it.
Lupe, your thoughts, not just on e-commerce, but on wholesale as well.
Well, let's be honest here. Independent shop owners and body shop owners are getting younger. They're more tech savvy. And the way to do it is to jump on the Revolution Parts and to be able to get ahead of the game. And that's the honest truth, Raina.
Sarah, amazing.
So much to think about, Ted, and all of the pieces with parks. It's just going to continue to be an important part of the retail business.
Yes. Everybody, we are here with the parts superstars as a Niello company. Remember, parts sell hours. We're going to learn a lot more about what they're doing here in parts and in fixed operations. Sarah Van Tyne and I will be right back. Yeah.